Welcome everyone. This is the November 26th update for the Outlanders update actually. So there are two parts to this particular video. The first part will go through the review of the patch. Second part I'll guide you guys through a replay of my knockout mode and some must knows for the knockout. What to expect and how do you benefit or how do you win knockout. Yeah, a few new units added. Firstly, they are from Scrappy Fire, Void Spirit, Spirit, and also Storm Spirit. So definitely a few of the spirits. Yeah, Earth Spirit as well. So Storm, Ember, Earth, and also the Void Spirit. This is a new alliance. Secondly, we have a knockout mode. I'll go through the details of the knockout mode. Firstly, the knockout mode is pretty much a hyper speed mode for the Underlord, which is great. The game takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending how long you last, and currently it's only for casuals only. Each player will have 4 HP, so each loss will take 1 HP off you. And along that, there are a few changes. First, although it is a speed mode, they have changed how the gold mechanics, everything works, and we'll go through that in the second part of the video. I'll keep that as a surprise for you guys. There's a few new play experience tutorials coming, which are great, and also they talk about the Season 1 is coming. It's been a while since Season 1, right? Now, full patch notes. General, we don't have to worry too much of that. A bit of the visual. With the new knockout mode, we'll leave it to last. And let's go through the hero changes first. New hero, Storm Spirit. It's newly added and it is a Spirit Warrior. It is a tier 3 warrior and a Spirit. The ability is Geometric Grip. Summons a Remnant and pull it towards his current target. The enemy will be silenced for 3 seconds. That's a big one. So he will do damage to the enemy and also silence them. And this is pretty cool because it's like a linear AoE silence. And you know, we know how strong silence are with humans. It is a tier 3 warrior, which definitely benefits the warrior. The ability with Earth Elemental, with his passive, when Earth Spirit executes a Delta Slam, which is when 3 spirits cast a spell together, they'll execute a Delta Slam. Earth Spirit will silence affect enemies for 3 seconds, which is really great. I love it. Second one is Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit is a fire one. Earth Spirit is the ground one, of course. With Ember Spirit, it is a new assassin, perfect for an assassin edition, and it's early game assassin. The ability is Sight of Fist. Sight of Fist is a very strong Ember Spirit Dota 2 ability. So not only he hits all the enemies within the cell of 2 to 3, so 2 cells is pretty much, how much is that? 2 cells is 4 squares, right? Yeah, 4 squares with 2 cells, and 3 cells is 9 squares. Then he returns to his location. His attack deals bonus damage. So it's an assassin with AoE damage. Basically, units within the 4 cells, he'll hit them with additional damage on top of his current damage. It can critical, and it's going to be very strong. So I'm loving Ember Spirit already. With his passive, with Fire Elemental, after he executes the Delta Slam, he sets the units on fire. Notice the units that are on fire will take 2.5% of the max HP, and they can die from that. So basically, he deals 7.5% of the enemy's max HP over 3 seconds. Not bad for damage for assassins. Legion Commander now enjoys the spirits as well. Legion Commander gets elemental charge for the passive when the spirits, 3 of them are activated. With Legion Commander executes a Delta Slam as a part of the Spirit Alliance, she deals double damage. She already does tremendous damage, but with double damage, oh, I want to try that out as well. Another newly added unit is Scrappy Fire. It is a 1 tier, 1 cost dragon inventor, which is great, easier to find inventors. And with the ability, the 2 abilities for her because she's a dragon. The first ability for Scrappy Fire is Scatter Blast. Basically, after 4 basic attacks, Scrappy Fire ready her shotgun, blasting enemies within 2 cells of additional damage in a cone and slows the attack of the units by a percentage. It doesn't say how long she slows, but I think it's a small duration. So the higher speed her attack speed is, the more frequently she attacks. This is a very interesting mechanics, and if we utilize this and give her a Moonshadow or like even a Muscle Madness, maybe she can make this useful. Notice that it's for attacks, it doesn't consider mana. Her mana usage is with her dragon ability. It is a multi-time kisses. So after unlocking the dragons, her little mount, which is the multi-time, will spit fire as an enemy to 5 cells away. So it's like a range damage, and we can see in animations in the update that each of the fireballs will do dose much damage for each tier, and impacts lights them on fire. So there are 2 units lights people on fire already, Ember Spirit and Snapfire. What that means is this is gonna favor Hogan with his hype gain as well. Really interesting, and yeah, I think the whole concept of her is having an early dragon and an early inventor, and also do a bit of fire, and this is great. I tried her out in knockout as well, really interesting. Next unit to look at is Storm Spirit. With Storm Spirit, you have the Spirit Mage. Oh my, there's gonna be 9 mages by the way, and mages are having a blast in the knockout mode. So it is a tier 2 mage. How strong Storm Spirit is after testing is he's as good as Morphling, or even better at times. Firstly, it's ball lining. He will basically become light and charges across the battlefield and dealing damage as he hits units. Those who are further away from him will take additional damage because as he travels. And if he travels 6 cells, that's 120 plus, I'm looking at tier 2 Storm Spirit, so that's 140 plus 120. It's close to 300 damage, which is close to what Morphling used to do. And he will do this multiple times if you have humans. He's like the old Morphling, but a little bit different. You guys will see once you play him, and he and Morphling was doing tremendous damage for me in my game. Ability with the passive for the Delta Slam is that he disarms affected units for 3 seconds, which is massive. Remember how strong the Primordials were when they disarm enemy? So if the Storm Spirit execute the Delta Slam, the disarm is going to be pretty big. And you know, mages are scared of enemies because they kill them fast. If any way you silence them or you disarm them, they can't kill mages fast, the mages comes back with another round of spells. Interesting. So yes, Spirit Mage is a thing, definitely. I'm thinking that Spirit Mage is definitely coming to play, and having a warrior like the Earth Spirit, you can add a Tide Hunter, Tiny or Conquer, something that to do with the stuns, and there is going to be a lot of changes to how we build mages. We can go with Spirit Mages, we can go with Primordials, and lots of different mages. Lastly, we have the last spirit as Void Spirit. It is the ace of the spirits. Now the Spirit Warlock, he is a spirit and also warlock, a tier 5 unit. The ace effect is charged spirits deal 100% more attack damage. It's interesting, I think the charged spirit means they have casted the spell, and after casting the spell they become charged, and after 3 of them become charged, you have the Delta Slam. His ability is also Disseminate, didn't pronounce that properly. The Earth Spirit enters the Ether. He disappears and appears in 3 different portals. After 1.3 seconds, the portal will deal additional damage and also reduce enemy armor. This is AoE armor reduction as well. So how you want to think about it is he's like a support damage dealer, and the best thing is he enables your spirits to do more damage. He should also have some decent stats. We'll go through that as well. His Delta Slam ability is that he breaks the enemy for 3 seconds. Now let me try to show you guys what Delta Slams look like. So instead of just talking about it, then maybe we can see it first sight. So here we get to see Scrappy Fire with the fireballs. This is when she have her dragon ability. And notice after attacking a few enemies, when her mana goes up, she can cast the fireballs. So attacks means her Scatter Blast, the mana means the dragon ability. Now next up, if we look at the spirit, so this is the spirit tutorial, the spirit demo. So if you look closely, after all 3 spirit cast, they charge up, and this is what they do. They become a triangular formation, and the units inside take special effect and damage. You also get to see the spirit, the Void Spirit, doing his ability, which is a 3 portal. So firstly, Void Spirit is going to cast 3 portals. They come out, minus armor damage, and then after all 3 spirit cast, everyone casts the Delta Slam. And this is the Delta Slam. There are some other changes as well. First, the Waver is added and the new alliance. It's escaping the elusive part. It became a scrappy, elusive insect. I think Waver is going to see a lot of build, because if you run Waver with 6 scrappies or 4 scrappies, Waver almost be unkillable if you get to 3-star Waver and get some elusive, get some scaled, and just get him run around. And this is interesting. You can now play insect scrappies. If you haven't seen it, I think we want to try it out. So Waver definitely got to change. In the knockout mode, Ages, Desperation, and Embarrassment won't be available because how quick the mode is and how the mode works. Because Ages will be too much for this mode. Next up, with the alliance change, the champion had a bit of fixed up with not getting all the alliance, and fixed the champion not getting the bonus health, and lowered the health and damage to from 10% to 8%. It's okay, I mean, it was great at 10%, but lowering to 80%, I think it's not that much of a nerf. It's 20% of bonus nerf, but it's still okay. So champion is still definitely playable. The Spirit Alliance. This is what we saw with the triangular stem. After a Spirit cast ability, they enter the charge mode. After 3 Spirit is in the charge mode, they perform a Forbidden Technique. So, especially with the Void Spirit, after you enter the charge mode, your damage is doubled. So if you go with 3 Spirit Assassins, the Impulse Spirit can be a carry and do massive damage, I think. So each deal 200 magic damage to all enemies caught inside of the triangle, and they have the elemental effects. You really want to pick some good effects. I think the Silence, Disarm will be some of the best ones. So we're going to go through the knockout, and I'll have a gameplay to demonstrate that. This is the second part of the video, guys. Now, in the new game mode, there's also the casual knockout now. With the beginning of the game, you get to choose 3 starters of 5 heroes. What I want to show you guys is you join from 2 alliances. Those alliances will complete to the first tier. So don't like the choices, you get 1 reroll. Let me show you guys the video I have. Here we can see, after entering the game, I get to pick 3 alliances. So I can see Warlock Axe, Viper, Slayer, Chaos Knight, and Enchantress. I get to see their alliance, but I don't get to pick what's behind those. You get random rolls of those. So you also get 1 reroll if you don't like what you find. What I realized is you want some early game alliance, something with warriors, something basic but strong enough. What I end up picking is, I actually end up picking the Scaled. Notice what I got here. After picking the Scaled, I got 5 of the basic Scaled 1 stars. So I got Starter, Viper, Snapfire, and Puck and Slack. So I didn't complete my alliance into tier 2, so only 3 Scaled and 2 Dragons. So that's what I started with. I was hoping for Dragon Knight, I was hoping for something higher. You can hope for it, but it is randomly given, I believe. So keep in mind, you have the opportunity to free roll. If you don't like what you start with, so let me go back to the, where did we go? Yeah, so this is the starting crew I had. So if you don't like those, you can roll once. But if you select your units, you instantly go into the game. So make sure you think of your opportunities before you select those, or you reroll once. This is the first part. So, second part, player starts at level 5 and automatically level up on even runs. So after every 2 rounds, players level up. And the game is so much more rapid. On the odd runs, player gets items, and basically, so after each round, you either get items or you level up, and this item rapidly goes up. I was getting tier 5s very quickly, and this was a game-changing item, and I was getting multiple tier 5s as we're going to the later stage of the game. A big highlight is I missed out as I was reading the patch, is that only 2 units is needed to rank up. So 2 bounty hunter will go into a 2-star bounty hunter. 2 of the 2-star bounty hunter go into a 3-star bounty hunter. This is massive. So I'll show you guys on the video again. Over here we can see in the video replay, I have a Morphling and it lights up. So every 2 Morphling makes a 2-star Morphling, and every 2-star Morphling, 2 of those makes a 3-star. So I'm going to buy the Morphling here. Buying the Morphling automatically forges into a 3-star Morphling, and this really benefits how we play and how we adjust, because only 4 units are needed and so much easier to find 3 stars. Not only that, is that people were rolling super early to find some crucial 3 stars, and this could be game changing. Because you only have 4 HP, you really do want to push further and finding more 3 stars. And there's one more thing to be rolling early instead of saving up your gold. Sorry guys, I just realized there's a chat box as well. Sorry about the chat box. I think we recorded the first part with the chat box. We'll keep it that way, but I'll take the chat box away for now. So, only 2 of the same heroes needed. The Underlord ability is only pickable for 1 ultimate. You don't get to pick the talents for Underlord. So this dramatically decreases how strong NX6 and how strong Hogan can be, but the base ability is still available. You only have 4 HP, that means after each strike, you lose 1 HP, and without Aegis, after 4 losses, you're out. If you're on 3 HP, you only face the 3 HP or lower players. If you're on 1 HP, you're likely to face the 1 HP player. So that's how the pairing works. Notice that no interest is in bank and no extra gold for the streaks. What that means is they want you to spend your gold. They don't want you to save the 10 gold. They want to give you more gold each round. Some rounds give like 10 or 15 gold. They want you to spend your gold, roll for them, and find 2 or 3 stars. The key is alliance. So the average game is about 10 to 15 minutes if you make it to the end. And what I mean by key is alliance is, let me show you guys the replay again. Here, after finding some crucial 3 stars, I will be building my alliance. Oh, let me, I need to fix the overlay. So, come on game, what's happening? Here you go. So the key is alliance. I have built it into dragons and mages, and having some crucial alliance in the latest stage of the game really benefits us. I'm facing a player with a variety of 3 stars, more 3 stars than me, and lots of warlocks. If you notice clearly, is that the mage burst damage is superbly stronger in the late game, especially with Morphling. This is a 3-star Morphling too. So having some crucial late game 3-star mages can really benefit you. Similarly, if you go into warriors, scaled, or something that's super strong late game. I haven't tested many builds because we're busy recording this guide. We'll be looking more of them after this guide. Yes, the knockout mode seems to be very good for a fast game and for a quick game. The best thing about the knockout is that you don't need 9 units to make a 3-star, you only need 4 of them. So 2 units for 2-star and 4 for 3-star. On top of that, because it's currently in a testing phase and everything, there's unlimited possibilities and creativity you can make, and this is very interesting. I had a small chance of making close to a 3-star Legion Commander really early, but I didn't know you needed 4 units to make it, so I passed down the Legion Commander. I had 3 Legion Commander in one row. I could have made a 3-star very easily in the future. So something to keep in mind, how easy to make 3 stars and how you want to play for the late game. But there's no late game or early game, because every bit of game will count towards your HP. If you lose 4 HP, you're out of it. So I'll be making more guides for the knockout and posting more gameplays for you guys if you're interested in this hyper mode. Very quick games and very interesting. Overall, I'm loving this surprise update with Outlanders. I've heard there will be Outlanders, but usually they don't update until Thursday in the US, but this is really an early update for me as well. Basically, the changes are the new alliance. The alliance that benefits most is warriors with additional warrior, assassins with additional assassin, and lastly, dragon inventors and spirit mages. I think mage will definitely be the top meta if you're still going for competitive ranking, but even if you're not, definitely try mage out, because the power of storm spirit and morphling is still very good. At 2-star, they're great. At 3-star, they're almost unstoppable. Thank you so much for watching this patch review, guys. If you have any suggestions or, builds, definitely let me know in the comments for our YouTube video, and let me know on stream live if you want. I'll participate in the viewers game that will be coming with the new patch. Thank you guys for watching this review.